I'm Robert Bell. We are here at the 2012 NAB show, speaking with senior executives of our member companies who are thought leaders in the media distribution space. And here's what they have to say about the enormous changes taking place in media distribution today.
The one trend, and it's more of an evolution, not a revolution, is with IP. And it seems like everyone has moved over to IP except everyone in the video business, where it's been more gradual because they have so much infrastructure that they're working through. And only recently have we been seeing some trends that are showing more IP type. In the past, there's been some greenfield builds, and when they've happened, they've been IP based. And those have been even 5 years ago. But now you're starting to see that change happening at the very core on the production side and on the distribution side. There's, of course, it's good from the fact that everyone's using the same type of equipment. So since you're using the same type of equipment, everybody gets a lower cost of that overall, and it drives costs down, it drives the infrastructure costs down. However, it being IP-based, from a satellite perspective, it can take away opportunities to be over satellite. So you really you have to make the case for broadcast of IP, not unicast of IP over satellite. What we're doing today is we're trying to promote everything with via compression, via savings on the bandwidth that they're all looking for, and doing that within standards so that they can have a standardized solution but still get the most for their money in that solution. Networks, though, are moving towards cloud-based infrastructure, and they're trying to move towards cloud-based infrastructure. And that's really on that side, we're starting to see even other opportunities that are not what you would consider to be a traditional star-based distribution that you'd have within broadcast. So I think that's where we see one trend going.
Could you talk a bit more about that cloud-based opportunity that's different from the hub and spoke or the star-based?
Being able to take cloud-based, being able to take input from any source, any reasonable source, and be able to use that as the material within the network, and be able to transport that around the network as part of the production, and be able to have it worked on in different locations versus having it all in one consolidated production facility and then broadcast out from there. So it's more of separate types of work going on in different locales based on whatever the material is for the production of that material.
I'd like to talk a little bit about, because of your role, I'd like to talk a little bit about carrier ID. It was the big news last year that your company pioneered a technology to begin to get at this big RFI problem that the industry has, and most particularly the media industry has when it comes to satellite. Where are we right now on the carrier ID initiative?
That's in the DVB Standards Committee now. The commercial module of the DVB has already passed the requirements, and the majority of those commercial requirements fit the technology that we have proposed. In fact, almost all of them do. On the technical side, we've already had the first few meetings, and those are all proceeding well. There's really just points of clarification that have come forward, but no real challenges on it. It seems that we've come up with something that people realize they can implement fast, and it doesn't harm the content, the payload. So it fits the bill. So that, I think, is moving. The commercial module said that they wanted to see it adopted as a standard by the end of this calendar year. Well, we're a publicly traded company, so I can't talk about some of those things. But from the perspective of NAB, I think you're going to see the continued evolution of IP. You're going to hear more and more about cloud-based production and distribution networks that fit around that. and contribution that fits within it. And it's really the repurposing of and the rebuild of a lot of the existing networks. So there's going to be a lot of that happening, I think. And that trend will go on. And to some, it may just look like it's transitioning to IP infrastructure, but it's really the software around it that's making it all pretty key. And for the decision-making ability that it puts in the hands of the producers and directors on the video side, where it's really powerful. And that's where I think in 3 years' time, you'll see a lot more of that going on.
A trend I'm seeing is that it's all about the software. Ours is not an industry that I think has ever paid as much attention to software as others have, and yet the more and more I talk to technologists, the more they'll say, yeah, what's in the box? It's all just standard. It's the algorithms that make us special. Is that your experience as well?
Well, you know, if you've ever tried to sell software in China, you understand that there's the value of value. Software has a value. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of effort that happens, and that software is what's key. We're taking it from other industries and being able to move it into broadcast is where let other industries have the experience on the production side and be able to move that in. And I think that's where we'll see it here in broadcast, and more as time goes on, we'll see that. And of course, everything else, the increased efficiency of transport, all that will be going on. Being able to handle issues such as with interference, with carrier ID, and associated technologies that will help with the automation of it all.